morning. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
What have you been up to?
Oh, so I've had a week of it.
Go for
Not
it.
gonna lie.
Hit me.
I'm actually currently trying to sleep train Margot,
Ooh, how's that
which
going?
is really difficult.
Ah.
Not that great. Not that great. And do you know what?
good.
I think it's really important for mums to hear this, mums that are in my or our position, because recently I've been seeing a lot of things on Instagram about mums that babies are going through the night and this and that, and actually, like, sometimes when you see that as a mum whose baby doesn't go through the night and he's like much older than this other baby, it does make you think, oh, what am I doing wrong, or why? Like, how's this, because it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you're tired, exhausted. But yeah, Margot's 6.5 months old and still wakes up like all throughout the night. I think I know what the issue is. She's not hungry.
Mm-hmm. No.
It's the dummy. I think the dummy's got to. So yeah,
That makes sense.
It does, because what's happening is every time the dummy comes out, that's when she wakes. So all night I'm putting the dummy back in. It gets to about 4 a.m. and then she is actually hungry for a bit of milk. So I do give her some milk about 4. Goes back to sleep till about 6. Sometimes 5:30.
But the reason why she's probably hungry is because, like, if you're asleep and you sleep, you don't realise you're hungry. She's waking up waking up and thinking, oh, actually, I feel a bit hungry. I need some milk. Whereas if they're sleeping, whereas if they're sleeping through, and I'm the same. Like, obviously, I'm the dummy. So when I sleep with Edward, he does that. He still tries to find nipple and have milk. That's why he sleeps with Paul a lot now, because he sleeps with Paul and he genuinely has a better night's sleep because he knows I'm not there and can't get milk.
Of course, can't get milk. But this is the thing, like, I know, like, obviously, I'm fully aware of what the issue is, but it's so hard. Like, I'm going to try and wean her off the dummy, which is a lot easier said than done, as we
Can you just go cold turkey with dummy? It's just a dummy, right?
Cold turkey with dummy.
With dummy. Can't you just get rid of him?
Yeah.
Because otherwise you might have the same situation, the dummy fairy. Remember with Nelly? Was it Nelly or was it the bottle fairy or something?
It was the bottle fairy.
Oh, right,
remember that?
Well,
Juicy bot.
I wonder if you could just eliminate the dummies and just hope for the best.
Well, this is what I've got to try and do, and it's really tough. But other than that, been enjoying the sunshine. How about you?
Yeah, I've been enjoying the sunshine, actually. My grass is super dry, though. I definitely need some sort of irrigation. It's gone crispy already. Like, there's so much of it. It's like just trying to keep it to look nice. But anyway.
You need a couple of sprinklers on it.
We have got a couple
that come
of sprinklers.
On at dusk.
Yeah, I know, but the ones, like the proper sprinklers fitted in. Like, I've got an actual sprinkler with a hose right now. It's not touching the sides. It's just basically a waste of time. But other than my dry grass, I'm enjoying the sunshine.
Do you know what? Yesterday, I was so excited yesterday afternoon. So I actually went to Home Sense the other day and I bought loads of cushions and garden accessories. I thought, I want to start accessorising my garden now. Yeah. So I was so excited yesterday to do it. Mum was over. And I thought, right, okay, Margot's gone to sleep. So I said to Mum, do you want to help me put all the cushions out, right?
Where are the cushions going?
Lovely. They're just on the sun loungers.
Right, okay.
Just on the little sofa seating areas.
Nice.
Anyway, I've got all these other bits of accessories and I'm really excited, getting it all out. Anyway, this morning, and then I brushed down, when you're on a mission, you're really pleased with yourself. I've done it all nice. Mm-hmm. Anyway, this morning I've woken up. So we have this fox that lurks around the garden at night. Where we have the irrigation on at night, the fox goes in the flower beds, his paws get wet and muddy. When I mean, he is trotted over every sun lounger, cushions.
No, with mud.
And we've got the little outdoor mud, fox. But when I mean, it's like a trowel, right?
Oh.
Across, but he's skip, hop, and jumped over every sun lounger.
What a nuisance!
And the things, and it's just mud everywhere now. I was like, oh, you just think,
is there such thing as a fox repellent? Oh, there is fox repellent spray.
Oh, really?
Oh, there's a repeller. So it's battery thing. Look, you stick it in the grass.
Oh, really? Because we've also got two crows in our garden, these big black crows. They're horrible. And yesterday I've noticed my neighbour, he's put up, it's like a massive kite, and it's this big fake kite bird. And I said to Greg when he got home from work, I went, he's put that up to get rid of the crows. And honestly, since he's put that up, it's only been about 2 days. I haven't even seen the crows in my garden because they're like ruining loads of stuff, pecking in furniture and going through all the bags, like breaking stuff in the garden.
They just ruin everything. Right, this actually looks really good, right? So what it does is you stick it in the grass, it's battery operated, and then it just provides loud noise or something that gets rid of them. Yes, so it sends noises when things go near it.
What? Send me the link.
I'll send you the link. It's called Fox Repeller. Who do you think has the messier bag, me or you?
Well, in the past, I'd have said me because usually I just throw everything in my bag on the way out the door. But recently, I've actually been using the work tote from BEIS, who are sponsoring this podcast, and it's really helped me become more organised.
I've been using their work tote too. I love how all the built-in sections keep everything organised, like the laptop sleeve, the pen pockets. It makes it so much easier to find things in there.
What I really like about it is that you can fit everything in for a day of meetings, but it still looks really fashionable, so you can take it out after work for drinks too.
Yes, I know what you mean. Sometimes I find that work bags can be a bit boring, but the work tote actually complements work outfits while still being practical.
And it's really durable as well, which is great for us working mums who always have loads of the kids' things crammed into a little bag.
And right now, BEIS is offering our listeners 15% off your first purchase by visiting uk.beistravel.com/samandbillie.
Go to uk.beistravel.com/samandbillie.
That's uk.beistravel.com/samandbillie.
Oh, what's your plans Father's Day?
Oh,
Father's Day this week.
When is it? When is
Sunday.
Is
Sunday.
it? Oh, nothing. Have no plans.
Let me tell you this. Greg's in Ibiza. Goes to Ibiza tomorrow.
Oh, how long for? 3 nights?
4 days. 3 nights, 4 days.
Who stags it this time?
Another stag do.
Someone that
I don't even know the guy's name.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Greg doesn't. I don't think Greg even knows his wife's name. I'm not even joking. I went to Greg. Who's getting married then? Who's getting married now? I think Greg must be like on some kind of website, rent a stag.
Rent a stag.
Because he goes on all these stag do's. I don't even know who the guys are. Like I said to him, like, just turn it around. Imagine if I went, I'm going on Polly's stag do next week. He'd be like, who's Polly?
Yeah, like just someone random.
You don't need to, just a mate.
And then imagine if you didn't know the name of the husband.
Honestly.
That is hilarious.
It's hilarious.
So you haven't even got to worry about anything then?
I've said to Dad, I said to Dad he can come over for a roast.
So you have it. What's Mum doing? Is Mum with Nanny and Grand? Oh, Nanny and Granddad are in Spain, right?
No, they're away still.
Well, I've got on Saturday and Sunday we've got little Tony, our nephew, because Tony and Claudia are going to a wedding, so we've got little Tony. So I didn't even think of Father's Day. I'm actually popping it in the diary right now because I'm going to forget. I'll get the kids to make some cards.
You're not going to forget. It's only about 3 days away.
Sugar. I'm going to get the kids to make Paul some like cards. Maybe just get a curry.
Yeah,
and I don't know. Keep it simple. I have zero plans, but we have got little Tony, so I've got all the kids.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Keep it simple.
Well, do you buy presents for Father's Day?
The kids have bought stuff. You know, at the school they do like the Father's Day fair.
Yes,
they've done that, and it really made me laugh. You know, I love what the kids pick at the little Christmas or Father's Day or Mother's Day sales. Like, I just find it the cutest thing. They've picked. I've not ordered Greg anything. He can get the same as what I got on Mother's Day.
Yeah, breakfast in bed and a card. Yeah, so I didn't. Well, I got breakfast in bed. That was more than enough. But no, I don't really have any plans. But did you get a burnt one? That's not good.
Yeah, but
well, I went to the spa yesterday. It was lovely.
I see that on your. Greg, you've been out and about this week, by the way.
I have. Jealous. I had quite a busy week. So Monday I went to this Fire Spring event, which was lovely, like dinner at the Dorchester, rooftop
got invited
drinks.
to that. Why didn't you tell me you was going? I could have come.
I didn't even know.
And actually, to that.
So what happened was Paul and I were invited. Paul didn't get home from soccer aid till seconds before I had to run out the door to get in the car. And then I just messaged Claudia, so my sister-in-law Claudia, and she came with me. It was actually really nice, like to have dinner and a few drinks, and because it was sunny, it was like it just felt like a bit of a nice evening in London. Really, like it was a nice crowd. So I've done that. I've had numerous meetings with the house and landscaping. The bathroom's nearly done. Cannot wait. One bathroom finally nearly done. But yesterday, so it was so hot as well, so it was perfect. So Paul had Edward for me. Obviously, the kids were at school. In December, my girlfriends over here, like my mum friends, they got me for my birthday a massage, and I just haven't used it. And I was like, right, we've got a date in, and yesterday was the date. So it was actually a birthday present from December, and I used it yesterday. And I'm so glad I waited, because so I had the massage, and then we just done a spa day, but they've got an outdoor swimming pool, so we just sat around the pool. It was so hot and lovely.
Oh, how nice.
Then we had lunch outside, and we had to get back in time for school run. So I think it was I got Paul after a club around 4ish. But when you're sitting there, I had one drink, like an Aperol. You're like, I could sit here till sunset now and just carry on with the Aperol spritz. But it was really nice, to be fair. It was lovely. But yeah, it's been quite a busy week. Amazing. But I'm just trying to think, like, what else I've got coming up this week. This weekend.
I start filming today.
Oh, how's that going? Have you started?
I start today. So after the pod, I'm filming. Sorry, one sec. Right, I'm just looking out my window because this is hilarious. So Dad's round. Dad and Greg are currently filming downstairs, and Greg has bought these dissolvable swim shorts, right? Dissolvable swimming shorts, and I've got a feeling he's going to give them to Dad to put on to go swimming.
What is it, like a prank?
They basically dissolve when you get in the water.
Oh my goodness.
Who wants to see that?
No. Who wants to see that? I understand if, like, you give it to the stag, I don't know, or something, but who wants to see Dad?
No, but he went, so he bought them for the stag do.
Right,
and then he went this morning, sod it, no, I'm not taking them on the stag, I'm going to give them to your dad. I went, what for? He went, well, because your dad's coming around here to film with me in a little while. So I don't know if they're actually going to do it, but I can hear Greg laughing down there.
That's hilarious. Could you imagine if, like, I bought you a dissolvable bikini? You just wouldn't do it. Do you know what I mean? It's like...
I would not be grateful. I'll be getting you one of them on your hen.
Yeah. Well, only if we're all together in the villa. I won't mind skinny dipping, just not in public. That is really funny. So go on. So how long are you filming for? Like, what's the situation?
We'll be filming now till mid-October.
Oh, so it's quite hefty then, all over the summer.
Quite lengthy, yeah. So, so basically just new series, back into the swing.
Do you know what? Like, this is what a journalist would say when you're doing your family diaries press. So how's this series going to be different to the others? What can we expect?
What can we expect? Do you know what it is? Like, we sat down, we had a brainstorm meeting the other day, and we spoke about everything that's coming up, which is actually when you sit down and put pen to paper and you actually talk about everything that's coming up. I always think at the beginning of every series, like, what are we actually doing? I've got nothing going on. But actually, then when you sit down and there's so much going on, but actually, like, we always say, what do people love the most?
Yeah, just
the at-home stuff.
At home, let it flow.
Yeah, and I think that's like, it would just be like, you know.
And also what's really nice is, I know that you've been filming in your house this whole time since you've been in it, but actually it's so lovely, the weather's so great. You can do a lot of filming in your garden and in your swimming pool and barbecues and really enjoy the garden. It's really nice.
Yeah. It's quite a nice time of year to be filming. It's easier because you don't have to, like, be going out and do it. You could just be in the garden and you don't have to, like, think of, like, places to go and be inside and how to entertain the kids. Look, in the summer, the kids can just play it in the garden, can't they?
Yeah, so that's all they need. I've actually got a wedding next weekend.
Yes, I know.
Paul and I are going to Mallorca for a friend's wedding.
Oh, how
And
lovely.
we're actually, I'm actually really excited because Paul and I haven't done a trip, just the two of us, since years ago when we done that night in Venice that was filmed, because we've just never had a trip without the kids.
God, yes.
So we're actually, I know it's a wedding and it's going to be quite full on and scheduling and stuff.
No, but that's going to be amazing.
Weird, just the two of us, like, getting on an aeroplane together and, you know, having a trip.
Just enjoy it.
I am actually really looking forward to it because he's been so busy as well. Fun. And obviously he was in Dubai last week for a week, and then it's been like real passing ships. I'm actually really, and we've got a busy week next week, so I'm really looking forward to like a few days, just the two of us, to rekindle. Time. Yeah. It'll be nice. You've got a wedding, haven't you? Got a wedding next weekend, but it's in the UK.
Yes, we've got, just on Friday, we've got Ruby's wedding, my sister-in-law, Greg's sister. Yes, that's really exciting. Family wedding.
That wedding, do you go home and stay in your own house, or are you staying somewhere?
Yeah, we're going to stay at home just because of the kids. Like, we haven't got
and because Mum's
anyone that could have
coming
them
to mine, isn't she?
Yeah. So we're just going to go to the wedding, which is actually over in Surrey, and then we're just going to have to get a cab home that night, which is going to be a bit of a slap, but it's one of those
things. A shame because if we organised it properly, Mum could have all 6 here. You could go to your wedding and then you could come and stay at mine.
No, I could not do that to Mum. Could you imagine? Mum would literally have a breakdown.
No,
we said, Mum, by the way, I'm going to drop my 3. It's easy, like with the older 2, like same with you, with like Rosie and Paul.
But it's not that. It's Edward is like, you have to have like almost one set of eyes on Edward.
You do. Look, I know when me and Mum had them here the other weekend, the whole time, Mum was shadowing Edward, or I was shadowing Edward, and then the other one of us would be with Margot, and then the other 4 were just doing whatever they wanted.
Yeah, just literally
like they were just running around
this.
Like,
it's
you
the
do.
Babies.
Yeah, but anyway, no, it's fine. It's just one of those things. So we'll go to the wedding and then we'll just come home that night. But yeah, I'm really excited actually. I love a wedding. It's wedding season. I love a good wedding. Isn't it, as well?
It is wedding season. It's very exciting.
Okay, so should we go straight into one of our dilemmas? My daughter has recently got her first boyfriend and I'm really nervous about it. When did you get your first relationships? And are you nervous for the kids to get into relationships? Sorry, it just makes me laugh the thought of it. Can you help calm my nerves? Sorry, I'm not laughing at that. Like, I just, a thought in my head come up of like Nelly with a boyfriend.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
I do you know what? Like, first proper relationship.
I think my first proper relationship, I was 15. I think how old is this girl?
Okay, yeah, I would say 15 as well. 15 as well, yeah.
My first proper boyfriend, I was 15. Prior to that, it's just like, little dates or flirting or crushes, isn't it, really?
Do you know what I think it is? Like, my advice to this mum is, and I think it's so easy to say because we're definitely not there yet with ours. They're way too young. But it's like sometimes you do have to think as a parent, what were you doing at their age? Like, you have to have a little faith in them, don't you? And just think, and also be open, chat. I don't think find it awkward, and I think be really like, oh, does he want to come around for dinner? Or
because we don't know the age of this girl. Like, let's just assume she's like a teenager, yeah? I just feel like, and this is the kind of parent that I want to be. I want to be really, I want Rosie and the boys to be able to come to me and speak to me about anything. And obviously I understand that you haven't got to go into depth. Like, I don't need them to do that. But I just want to be really open. I don't want them to feel ashamed about, that they fancy someone or meeting someone, or they want to go out for dinner or whatever else. And I want them to know that I'm there, like, to kind of support them and just kind of enjoy it. But then also, yes, what was we doing at that age? And then I also think a little bit of that we can teach and kind of advise who not to go for. But yeah, there is that.
At the end of the day, you have, and I think this must be really hard because, like I said, we're not there yet, but you kind of do have to you've got to let the motions. You've got to let them go through the motions a little bit, haven't you? Like, there's going to be ups and downs,
but I don't know how it works now, because obviously when we was younger, there wasn't like social media, and like I think people have like Find My Family or Find My Friends app, don't they, and things like that. I think that's obviously maybe something wise to have if they're going dating or cinema or out for dinners. It's all that to think of, isn't it? Like, we didn't really have that before, and now it's like
it was so much more simple. I think overall, I think it is just to be like open, and I don't think to be, you don't want to shut off like that conversation. Like if like the mum, as a mum, you start showing them that you feel awkward about them having a relationship, they're not going to open up to you in any way, are they? They're going to also feel awkward. Whereas if you'd be like, oh, tell us about your boyfriend then, like, and naturally kids, teenagers are going to be a bit, but I just think be open.
I can't even imagine. Can you imagine when like you have to meet like their girlfriends and boyfriends? Like, imagine we'll be calling each other and being like, we've just met, I don't know, Paul's girlfriend for the first time.
I think about this a lot recently, right? As Nellie's going to be 9 in a few weeks. Just feel really like quite emotional about it, actually. But anyway, I feel like these are the times of our lives with the kids. I think when they get older, I think that's actually when it's going to be really tough, when they're like, like teenagers, when they're growing up. I think like now.
Yeah, I think this is the best, like when you have children, you have a family, this is the best part. Yeah. Although it's like you feel like it's a struggle and it's tough because the constant attention, but actually anyone that I speak to that have got older kids, they're like, this is the best part. Just enjoy it because it becomes a lot more of a worry as they get older.
Completely.
Hi, Sam and Billie. I've been asked to go on a girls' holiday to Ibiza, but I'm saving for a house with my boyfriend. He doesn't mind at all if I go. I'm torn between needing to save money, but also I will only be this young once. Should I go on the holiday? Yes, 100 times yes.
Absolutely, yes.
Because you can always save that extra bit of money for your house. You might dip into your kitty, but you know what? You'll make memories for a lifetime and you're only young once, like you said. And this trip might not happen again next year. You never know what's around the corner. Go for the trip, have the best time ever, and then just work extra hard when you get home.
Yeah.
Definitely go for it. Okay, so we've got some questions for both of us. Okay, so first question, best memory you've made on TV?
I mean, mine would probably be one of the best memories I've had. Obviously, we've given birth on TV, which we speak about quite a lot. But I would say the wedding for me, having that, that, when I watch the wedding special back, that's like, oh my gosh, I love it. It brings back the best memories for me.
To have that captured and kept forever, like you can show the kids when they're older, like this was our wedding day.
And I actually prefer what we filmed for the show than my actual wedding video.
You know, I haven't actually seen the wedding video, like not the show one. I've seen that obviously.
It's all right. It's not like listen, it's lovely, but it's not like, I don't know, I just think the wedding show is so much better. Like the show was more
because
fun.
I guess it's real and there's people talking.
Yeah, that's it. It does. But I mean, don't get me wrong, the shots on the wedding video, it's all beautiful and lovely, but it's a different thing.
I literally can't pinpoint one thing. Like I do think like a turning point, the transition from going from Towie to, at the time, the Baby Diaries was like a huge stepping stone into doing like the start of our own kind of reality TV. So that was, I guess, a big moment. Stepping away from Towie and then going into our own thing was huge, and was so successful and still is. Like, so I guess, but memory wise, it's just a big, like, I don't know, collage of all of it, like with the kids. Like, it's just
too many.
Too many. Okay, so next question. Where's your favourite place to buy baby clothes? Oh, there's a few favourites for me. Should I say mine and you can go into yours? Probably the same.
Yeah.
Next, H&M. I think the supermarkets are great. So like Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda. I think they always do great things. I also like a bit of children's salon if you want to spend a bit more money and get a little bit something a bit more like designer. But for me, it's always high street for the babies because it's such a quick turnaround, isn't it? Like the in and out of it.
I'm exactly the same. I'm exactly the same choices as you. Like I love Next, love H&M, and obviously Asda. Like I've got my George Asda baby and kids wear collection, which the kids wear all the time. So I'd say those similar. So
okay, so I'll pick a couple of questions from mine, then you could pick two from yours. Should we do that?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. How did you maintain a healthy social life while exclusively breastfeeding? I'm actually still breastfeeding. These empty little sacks. God, then I think we're coming to the end a little bit, but all of a sudden Edward like wants more and more. I don't know what's happened. We was like dipping off. Now he's come back on. I just think that, yes, he's exclusively breastfed, but I've never been one of those people that, I don't know, like, look, I just think you know your body and it depends on how you are, but I've never kind of like eliminated foods and diet stuff. Like I've always just enjoyed and what I'm doing and what I'm eating. And obviously in terms of alcohol, where Edward's older now, in the earlier days I would never have fed and drank, but now I can just skip feeds because obviously he eats everything all day long. So let's say I went out last night and then this morning he doesn't have to have milk, he can have his porridge, mid-morning snacks, fruit. Like I can just avoid the feeds. And actually this is quite interesting, you don't actually have to pump and dump, it's a time thing. So it's like there's so many hours per unit of alcohol, so you haven't actually got to release the milk off. That like it's actually more of a time thing rather than actually getting rid of that load of milk, if you know what I mean. So that could save a lot of pump, unnecessary pumping. But like I said, mine don't massively fill up now and he eats so much. So obviously in the first part the drinking was very minimal and then I would have to express milk. But now I mean, now I'm in a bit of a flow of, you know, if I've had a drink then he can just eat for a few hours without drinking milk.
He's like way old enough now not to,
exactly.
He doesn't rely on, it's just a comfort now, isn't
That's it. Right, okay, so I'll do one more question for me, then we can go on to your couple questions. If you could go anywhere in the world tomorrow, where would you go? This is hard because we've got the hot weather here. I'd probably go to the south of France, maybe Saint-Tropez.
I knew he was going to say that.
Well, we'll split it into two. Right, I'll go all in with a girls' trip and obviously me, you and Mum to Saint-Tropez for a few days. And then I would jet across to Mallorca and spend, you know, the rest of the trip there with the kids and Paul. Break it up a little bit. A bit of fun and a bit of family time. Because it's like really Europe now. You don't really want to go, like, because I feel like now is the best time to be in like Europe, isn't it? Everywhere else is too hot. Okay, your turn.
Right, okay. So how do you find the age difference between the kids? So Nellie and Arthur are 2.5 years. Well, there's 2.5 years between them. And actually, I think it's quite a hard age gap because when I had Arthur, Nellie was fully aware that I had a new baby and she was 2.5, but she didn't quite understand, like, you know, and she was actually, at the time, it was really hard work. You remember, it's really difficult. Yeah. And then it was actually, I would say it was quite a difficult age gap because 2.5 toddler, you're literally on the go, but you've got a baby that relies and needs you so much. So you're literally torn, aren't you? I mean, you've got similar age gap with Paul and Rosie, and I think
mine was a tiny bit easier.
A hard one.
Because Rosie and Paul are just under 2 years. Just under 2 years. Yeah. They're like a year and 11 months or something. And actually Paul was still a bit of a baby, you know, like when Rosie come along, it was all like more baby, whereas he wasn't as aware as much. So we didn't really have that, like what with Nellie, how that little bit smaller was a bit better, like, I think. Sorry, gap closer was a bit better.
I do think it was quite, I almost feel like, like my advice would be if you can do it either closer together or further apart. Like now, the gap, obviously, you know, they still want, I've said this so many times, people go, oh, it must be so much easier now. It's not, because they all want you for various reasons at the same time. But it's great because Nellie can like carry Margot. She can help me with her, like, which is amazing. And she's been so good at that recently, helping me.
Yeah, she's great.
Really lovely. Really lovely. Okay, I'm going to ask, this is really funny. The most asked question for Billie, what bras do you wear with your racerback vests? Okay, I'm actually wearing it now and I haven't even got a raceback on. It's just because it's so comfortable. It's a Skims. I told you about this, didn't I, ma'am?
I really need one. I don't know why I haven't got it yet.
Crop top. It's literally, it's got no padding, not really any shape. It's just like a crop top and it's like a, look, you can see it goes up like that and it's racer, but it is the most comfortable.
It's really good skin colour. It really blends well. I can see it's blends.
Well, you can get all different skin.
Yeah, like mine is
you can get all different colours with Skims.
You can really see it. You can't see yours.
You could match it to your shape. But Samantha, you need to give me some advice because I know that you don't wear wide bras. I need some good bras with no underwire. Right. I'm just wearing crop tops. It's no support.
This, what I've got on, is a Marx's slight pad, but not a lot.
Yeah,
no
but that's what I
underwire.
need.
There's no underwire, but there's support.
This is what I need.
So, and actually, underwires aren't the best for your breasts, ladies.
I can't.
You could do your own research, but they're not great for your boobs. So if you try and get soft. Yeah.
I can't wear underwire anymore. I used to wear underwire all the time. I just can't do it anymore.
No, and they're not actually that great for your boobs. It's always better to have the softer. But this has got quite a good, like, it gives you a bit of a shape and a push up. These are Marx's.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
These,
have you got a
like
link?
a t-shirt.
Have you got a
t-shirt
link?
bra. I'll send you the link. I think I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've got this in the black. It's not a 2-pack. You buy them separately, but they're really nice. Yeah. Very comfortable.
That's what I need. Anyway, that was a good little catch up, wasn't it? I've actually got to go filming now.
Well, enjoy it. Edward's asleep. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Don't sit in the garden with a cup of tea.
Oh, I don't think I can. You always feel like there's something to do, isn't there?
I know. But, It's easy.
Well, mind you, I might do that because he's gonna wake up probably in 10 minutes and he's gonna want to go in the garden. So, lovely to speak to you, sis.
Lovely to speak to you, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.